Today is, what is today? Thursday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth. Um, Welcome to Reaper Suburban Homestead. I'm your boy Reaper. Today we are planting some ginger. I'm already late enough, so let's just go and get to it. We got some stuff. We got some stuff that's out there already. We got some soil, and we have the ginger, and we have a few pots, and I have butterflies this morning. Let's see. And I forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi. Let's see how this thing is gonna kick in. Let's do this. All right, man. Let's get it together. Let me see. Let me do this. I'm gonna kill my Wi-Fi. It's probably gonna kick me in. I'll read. Did it? I don't think so. I think I'm stay out here. All right. I think I'm still. Guess we're gonna see if anybody shows up. If not, catch the recording. All right. So we're gonna go on out to the garden. We're gonna get some ginger planted today. Um, yeah, we got some compostable materials we need to drop off at the compost. We have some soil out there. We're using reclaimed soil, so I need to add a few more amendments to it. And yeah, let's go ahead and go. I thought about streaming like a really long time today since I don't have to work today, but I don't know. I don't know. Ain't really a whole lot to do for it. I mean, it is, but and you know what I forgot to go get? I forgot to go get me a chair to sit in it, bro. That's what Oh, all right, we gonna. Y'all, I usually don't have y'all looking at me walking out here. My bad. My bad, people. Y'all all in my ugly face. All right. Some of this. I don't even know how to do this right now. All right, we're gonna put this right here. And just set that, something like that. This is just a quick little stop. Yesterday, I started processing these. God, how am I so off today? Yesterday I started. Hey yo, what's good, man? Hey, Ha, and hey, Kasai. What we doing here? Right now we dumping compostable materials from the house into the compost. That's what we doing now. We're about to plant some ginger now. But yeah, just need to get rid of that. You know, keep out fruit flies or whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and start. Now here's what I'm finna do. I'm gonna give y'all a nice little spot of the garden to kind of look at, and I'm gonna go in the house and get my headset because I don't have my headset, which means I don't know how well you guys can hear me. I know if I walk away from this thing, y'all won't be able to hear me. So we don't want that. So I don't know. I'm gonna put the sun in y'all face. Let's put y'all right here, flip a ripper, and then we gonna flip this. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole little. This is the garden area. Quick little brief tour, man. If you had a message to the world, what would it be? Man, my message to the world would be create more than you consume. That's it. Create more than you consume, bro. And don't be afraid to try something because you ain't never done it before. That's my message to the world. Create more than you consume, and you can do more than you think. But yeah, this. I'm a geek. I do IT for a living, and I'm a comic book type geek. So my beds have names that reflect such. That's Clayface because it was mostly Clay when I started. All right, this right here is nowhere. No. I'm sorry. This is the nothing. Now I'm showing my age with this. There's a show when I was a kid called The Never Ending Story. It was a movie. The villain was called The Nothing. So that's what I named it. And then here we have nowhere. Gardens of the Galaxy, the giant floating celestial head in space. That's nowhere. Now, this is our only Earth bed that we have, so of course we called it Mother Earth. And in the back we got pollen. It's our pollinator bed with no pollinators. with very few pollinators in it. Now this fence, we hadn't grown anything for real on this fence. We got some peppers right here, and we have some beets in there, but I don't think they've germed just yet. Appreciate it. We call this area Tatooine from our Star Wars. If you know about Star Wars, Tatooine was a hard place to grow up in. Oh, we do have the beets. The beets are finally starting to come through. They finally starting to germinate. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna drop y'all right over up in here, give y'all a good view of the garden. I'm gonna run get my headset, cause I'm gonna need to move around. Yeah, yeah. I'll be back in a hot flash. I'm gonna grab a seat. Damn, I'm gonna look at that. The sun is kissing this part of the garden, so let's get y'all in this type of angle right here. Hopefully the birds will come talk to y'all. I'll be back shortly. Hey yo, what's good? All right, got that headset. Can y'all still hear me? Anybody that's still out there, if you can still hear me, let me know. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started now. Got my chair. Seems to be a good spot. We're gonna turn this camera around so I can see what's going on. And I hope the audio is fine. Let's see. I'm going to assume it is. Can I? What is it? Start a poll, start a Q&A. I don't want to do that. I can't participate in my own chat. All right. Can you hear me still? Can you guys hear me still? Hey, how's everybody doing? Mm-mm. All right, Flipper Ripper. Can you guys still hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, put me a one in the chat. If you can hear me, throw me a one in the chat. Uh-oh. I hope I get some ones. I hope I get some ones. Oh, I don't see no ones. Maybe they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Alright, I don't know if you guys can still hear me once I turn my headset on. Give me a few seconds. Once you see me touch my ear again, if you guys can still hear me, give me a one or I can hear you in the chat. Put something in the chat to let me know you can hear me once I turn my headset on. I don't want to spend the next 50 minutes talking to myself. Alright, can you guys still hear me? I saw some little. Can you guys still hear me? hope you guys can still hear me right. Alright. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna assume y'all can. I hope so. And we got the ginger that we using. This ginger we grew in pollen. We grew it in our pollinator bed last year. Um, we didn't process it. We just let it sit on the counter, and it finally started to bud, sending out new little shoots. So we're gonna use this to grow. I could probably put it straight into the ground. We're gonna put some in cups, maybe have some to sell at the farmers market, and then we're gonna also have some to plant in an area we have prepped up for the garden, prepped up in the garden. All right. I hope y'all can hear me. This is gonna be a rude awakening if y'all can't. Guess I could go wake up the queen and ask her to turn it on. She trying to get some rest. She resting. But we're gonna go ahead and get this mixed up. All I did was add some more peat moss, some sand, and some vermiculite to this mix. And I'm gonna add in some bone meal and blood meal. Because this is since this is reclaimed soil, we're gonna go ahead and, put a few little things back into the soil while we at this. All right, we're gonna get this peat moss broken up. I should have done this last night for real though, man. I was up gaming kind of late. Up there playing some F. No, this is not an FPS. This is a third person shooter. Some Division 2. I still fall back to it every now and then. I got stuck on it for the last couple of months, honestly. Can you guys hear me? I hope I can be heard. This is gonna be rude awakening. Alright. I think I hate mixing up soil right next to water. That means I need a better process. Alright, not looking bad. Looking bad. Alright, now we got that in there a little bit. We're gonna probably put a quarter cup of this azomite rock dust. We're gonna probably put like a quarter cup of that in here. That's probably about a quarter cup. Blood meal, bone meal, about the same amount. Now again, I ain't really trying to fertilize the ginger. I mean, it hadn't grown yet. But what I am trying to do is put nutrients in the soil, and within the first month or so of them growing, the soil like will start to broken down. Actually probably before that. The soil like to start to break down the bone meal and blood meal, and that the plant needs it, it'll be available to you. That is the I'm not gonna breathe that stuff in. One, it stinks, and two, it's a powder. But pretty sure solids, dry stuff like that are not supposed to be in our homes. So we're gonna get that out in a second. Shoot. Pine cone. My bare feet, pine cone. Alright. I hope I can be heard still. This is gonna drive me up the wall. Darth Vader. The force is your position. Search your feelings.
Know them to be true. All right, this looks pretty good. God, this those things. All right, all right, all right. Cool. Now we have that mixed up. I mean, the rest of this is pretty simple. And we're gonna fill some pots. And I did not bring. The boy ain't ready. The boy ain't ready. We'll just use this. Didn't really bring anything to place these in, so we'll kind of use that right there. We're gonna just fill the cups. I don't know how many I brought, 10, 12, 15. And we're gonna start to plant. We're only gonna fill these probably half of the way, right? 2/3. We won't be using this little thing. Alright, we're gonna fill these at least halfway with soil. Place our shoot properly because it matters which orientation you plant the ginger in. And then we're going to top it up. We'll give it some water. We'll put it somewhere and we'll watch it. Probably I'm gonna have to find the duct tape and mark these as well. Because I don't think I can put these anywhere. They won't get moved. And, until they germinate, I'm not gonna know what it is. Once they sprout, I guess it takes me the word germination. Once they sprout, then I'll be able to identify them. Skills. All right. Couple more cups. I mean, plain ginger is not difficult at all. Some people go through different methods to get it to root, soak it in water. I'm gonna be for real. We kind of just put ours somewhere where it's gonna get some light, and that's it. But they were on the counter underneath a light, under cabinet lighting, and that's where they set for months. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? I don't know if anybody's actually able to say something in the chat. But anyway, we just have our cups, 2/3 full with soil. And then we have our ginger. And what we're looking for on this ginger, come over here closer. Let's get y'all in here a little. Now I had to move this and mess up my little angles. See these little knobs? These are the growing points on ginger. These are not the roots. This is the shoot that pop above ground. So either lay it or lay it. I'm gonna go with this method, right? Put this up under the soil just a little bit, maybe about an inch or two. Oh, y'all can't hear me. I appreciate that, Joker, bro. Because I was wondering if y'all could hear me. Because you know, went and got my headset after I started the live. Boy, just come by the lid. Good looking out. But yeah, we're going to plant this ginger just like this. Now, you can plant it sideways. Upside down, I'm not sure. I've done this by mistake when I was learning. I thought that these were the roots and not the shoots. So I planted it upside down. The end result of me planting those upside down is we now have ginger in our pollinator bed because I had them in another tote. They didn't do well in the house. I mean, they were in the garage. That's how I used to do them. Weather gets cool, I bring them in the house. But I planted some upside down. They started to grow, look decent. And I would say, kaput, nothing. I thought they were dead. I eventually, because we reuse our soil, I eventually brought the soil out to the pollinator bed, dumped it. And then last year we had ginger growing. I didn't pick it all. This year we have more ginger growing. So I'm purposefully now planting ginger. And we have another spot to the right of our pollinator bed, if you're facing the pollinator bed, that I've been putting leaves on. Strawberries have kind of been growing in there. That's going to be the area that I use to plant ginger. Since I put it in that bed, I now know it'll survive in zone 8B outside all year round. So we're going to rock with that. But anyway, take the ginger, take the pot, make a little hole if you like. At this point, I'm just going soil level. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to do what? Add more to the top. Add a little bit more to the top. And that's it. That one done. I'm going to put this off to the side, finish up, and then we're going to water these in. And then we'll see what happens next. Yeah. I would love to stream most of the day, but honestly, I'll be finding things to do. I didn't make out a list or a plan of like, oh, let's go do this, and let's stream. It's gonna be Juneteenth. I ain't gotta work. Yeah, I ain't do that. So we're gonna go in and hit this little hour stream, a little bit longer, and we're gonna find something else to do. Hopefully, I get a little work done at the house, a little work done in the garden, hop on the game and play with some of my homies. But you know, we all busy, right? We all got plans. Anyway, here's another ginger. These is nubs. The growth points 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Boy, they look like little eyes. Once you start to see them and recognize them, you'll be able to see them. So when you go in the store and you buy ginger, make sure you get the organic ginger if you're gonna buy it from the store, right? That way you make sure it hadn't been sprayed with anything that's gonna keep it looking fresh or inhibited growth. And you want to look for little growth points. Like this one has quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could split this. I don't know how I would split it though. I don't know why I'm trying to make more like I got enough pots out here. But we're gonna split it because you can split it, right? I'm gonna let you know that. We're gonna split here. This is a growth point on its own, and we're gonna split here. We're gonna plant this one. This one has 3 on it, 3 growth points on it. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna put these 2 in the pot by themselves because it's a total of probably 3 growth points on these. One here, one there, one there. No, if I can look at this right. We have one here and a weak looking one right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get this. Plant it right side up. All right. Get it topped off. And as I said, we're using reclaimed soil. I mean, this soil is going to go out here in one of these beds. So we might as well use it to see if we can get some ginger to grow. All right, got this little shoot. It's already pointing up, so you already know how that goes. Bam, straight in there like that. Same thing with these. The knobs are up here, straight down. All right, that looks pretty decent. We're gonna give it a little blooper, just a little blooper. Ain't nothing but a little bit of blooper. All right, just breaking up some of this peat moss right. On to the next one. And so that's all we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go through these. If they look like they have a lot of growing points, we may separate them based on size. Other than that, we're gonna just stick these things in pots. Just like, see, this is gonna be upside down. This is pointing down. So we're gonna plant this one sideways. But this one look like it wants to grow up. But then look at these. That means I'm gonna put these in down. I don't want that. So we're gonna just lay this sideways. And so same thing. Place it sideways. I guess I can't see it if I tip this way to the right angle. Plant this sideways. So like that. We probably about inch and a half down. And we're gonna hit it with a little blooper. Just a little blooper. Now sometimes I level my soil off. I may or may not press it down. I mean, sometimes I come back and compact it, which should give me a little lip. And the watering process will sometimes do the same thing. And I like my little lip. My little lip holds water. You know what I'm saying? Holds a little water. We're gonna hold it there. Man, I did not realize I had this much ginger. This looks good. Stick the same way. This one is gonna be a sideways install, a horizontal install. Gonna put that up in there real good. Wrench down up in there like that. Y'all gonna hear me mispronounce words a lot. I mean, that's me paying homage to where I'm from. Cause wrench is my grandma's word. Wrench it off, wrench around now. Hand me a wrench. Love the word wrench. And she's looking for a reach or rinse. Love it. Miss my grandma. And you know, yesterday I had a bird kept flying to the window, perching on the side of the brick and tapping on the window. had to be the same bird. It happened like 3 times yesterday. You know, I was telling my homeboys, I think that's one of my grandparents telling me to come outside because I hadn't been outside that much today, that day, yesterday, which I wouldn't. I was kind of busy at work, so I wasn't outside a lot. And it got hot, and then it started to rain. So it just really wasn't conducive to me being out there. It was when that bird kept tapping on the window, bro. And I just like, why is this bird tapping on the window? Not like he was trying to get in, but it just, I was just like, bird, what's wrong with you? It's not like I feed the birds or anything. I just come out here and talk to them and listen to them. I just figured it's my grandparents talking to them. They're no longer with us. Hadn't been for decades. But I like to think they're on another plane of existence. Still looking down, still trying to holler at your people. Another ginger knob. We're gonna do this one sideways. We're gonna do this one sideways in case some of these little weak shoots start to pop. So sideways, bend it like Beckham. Bend it sideways like a drift car. Yeah, I definitely didn't bring enough pots, but that's okay. See, now this one here has a few little growth nodes. We have some growth though. So with this one, we are watch this here, the side of the pot. We're gonna plant this one. We're gonna plant it. It wants to grow like it. It's growing like this for one because, like I said, we had it underneath the light and it was laying sideways. So as the shoots start to grow, they're gonna all most plants are phototropic. They're gonna go toward the sun. So it started bending up toward the sun. But we're gonna get this thing in here vertically. All right. We're gonna hit a little with a little bloop. Come on, P-Mouse. All right, good job. We're gonna move on. Do 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 do. This is a small one. Not many nubs growing on this one, so we're gonna do a little combining with this one. One with not a bunch of growth points, and one. And this one here has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's like a good hand spade for a push. 1, 2, 3, and a push. It's all right. We're gonna let you go on your own pot, little pusher. All right, now you little homie, you probably gonna do well. We're gonna put these two together. Like, should I even put any of them together? Yeah, yeah. You know what? Let's go with these. It looks like 2 little growth points total. 2 and 2 pushes. All right. Now, you know what we're gonna go sideways with these. What I don't know is how long it's gonna take these to kind of just really take off and start to grow. We're gonna put this one in vertical. Now, we're gonna, yeah, vertical. I don't know how long it's gonna take these to take off. I guess if I write it down, I will know, huh? Yes, you will, son. Yes, you will. Says my queen and my mother. I need to get like my mom. My mom has a garden. She has a greenhouse and she gardens as well. But she has a notebook she keeps in her garden, in her greenhouse, and she take notes. I mean, everything. I can't knock it. I just need to try it. I need to do it. There's no try. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. My bad. My geek just spilled out a little bit. I have a hard time containing that little homie. We're gonna add this little one in here too. Probably don't need to, but white noise. Ooh. I'm gonna be free. I was kind of stoked to find out that I can grow ginger outside. I don't know why. I thought it wouldn't survive a winter here outside. I mean, we in zone 8B, so it didn't get that cold. I was taking it in the house when the temperature dropped below 50. I was treating it like a tropical plant. Yes, because it's from the Mediterranean. Is ginger from the Mediterranean? I don't even know ginger's origins. Anyway, all right, let's get back to this. This is a nice. We're gonna break this one up. One is long, and there are a bunch of growth points on here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I see some 1, 2, 3 more that are green. 4 more that are green that hadn't started popping. So let's see where's a good split. We're gonna split that right there. Now, honestly, it's a good idea when you split these to give these a couple days for this to scald. honestly. So you decrease the risk of this um, what's the word I'm looking for? From starting to rot from when you put the water in. Because we're gonna water, it's gonna be humid. Whether we take them in the house or leave them outside, it's gonna be hot. That's gonna set up a good condition to have this starting to break down. But we're gonna put this in here though. Now we got like 3 cups left, 3 little pots left. That's cool. We're gonna just let that rock. We still have ginger from year before last that we processed and put in the fridge. Oh yeah, to process our ginger, when we actually want to eat the ginger, we harvest it, wash it up, dry it up real good, and sometimes I peel it. I peel it with a spoon. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not. Sometimes I peel it. Sometimes I put it in the food processor. But in the end, it's going in the food processor, and then we're gonna lay out a cookie sheet, parchment paper on top of it, and then we're gonna spread this out on the cookie sheet. The cookie sheet ain't but like 8 thick. We ain't really got enough to fill up a whole cookie sheet like that. So we spread it all thin, put it in the freezer till it freezes, day 2. Once it freezes, we break it up into little chips, put them in a Ziploc bag, put the chips in a Ziploc bag, label it, throw it in the fridge. So anytime you need a knob of ginger, an inch of ginger, you just kind of go in there, look at that, and be like, this kind of look like the right. And go ahead and use it. Bugs, if you don't get out my ear. All right, let's see if we can find a companion for the homie. This one looks kind of bad. I don't know if this one will make it. It's already shriveling up. Because as the plant grows, it's using the energy stored inside this little knob to actually give it energy to grow. And this one is already looking like it's on the downward side. But you know what, bro? Nothing beats a failure but a try. So we're going to stick this in there. This one wants to grow like this. That means I'm going to put too many nubs at the bottom. So we're going to just lay it sideways and see if it'll reorient itself. Both of these going to go in sideways. Alright, get them pressed on the soil. Get an inch or two of soil on top of it. Alright, we're gonna move on to the last pot. Damn, we're gonna have a few more pieces of ginger left. Honestly. This big one though, as big as you are, you don't have a whole bunch of growth points that are shown. But we're gonna drop you in this pot. And we got a few little pieces left, right? All that means is I'm gonna probably plant these off camera. Only because I don't want to make y'all wait while I go back in the house. Go back to the garage and locate. Wait, what am I tripping on, bro? I'm in a garden, bro. We keep stuff like this out here. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Stimpy. Who's old enough to remember reading Stimpy? Stimpy, you stupid idiot. Cartoons in my childhood. Actually, I wasn't really no child when that cartoon came out, was I found that cartoon in the 90s. I wish I was a kid. I was past 10 or around 10. Alright, let's see. We got a few more pots. We're gonna just keep it pushing. That looks good. Great. I mean, it's kind of warm. It ain't bad. If the wind was blowing, it would feel better. Sitting in the shade, oh, I bet it's lovely. You know what we didn't do today? We didn't go holler at Miss Ducky. We didn't go talk to Miss Ducky, see how Miss Ducky was doing. I'm pretty sure I need to pick some blackberries. All right. Focus. One thing at a time. All right. This is a pitiful looking desiccated. Well, looking a little shriveled. Because like I said, it was using this engine to grow these little nubs. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the push as far as growth nodes go. That's not bad. We're gonna just drop him in there. 1. What I'm doing now is just trying to figure out how many more pots. Why? Cause why not? This don't look bad. That don't. That don't. That's 3, but this one's so tiny. We're gonna mix him with someone else. All right, little homie, we got how y'all gonna go. Let me get like 3 more pots. I need 1 more. And 1 more bigger pots in here. Come on, son. Shake this up again. No, just so. Close enough. Gonna have to work. All right. You a blue cup, blue cup. You got you a blue cup. You good. All right. And how we breaking this down? A couple of nodes on this one. So I'm gonna give you the little piece. Put the little piece with you. And you look amazing. Oh, you look alright. You look amazing. And you look okay. Yeah. I almost want to mix these two little ones together. 1, 2. I'm looking at possible grow close, of course, right? 1, 2, 3. And a push. That one has like 2. So we're gonna do this. Put you on Kim. Put you in here. Give you a little press down. Give you a little blue cup. Give you a little. Now I honestly could press this soil, firm this soil up. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I think that makes it. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna grab the water. I'm not gonna grab it. Yo, it's growing low, growing low, growing low. No, oh, your aunt? Your aunt? Yo, what's good? If this aunt, what's good, aunt, man? I can't call it, bro. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by, man. I'm out here doing my country thing, bro. Today we planting some ginger. So we getting some ginger in the ground. We're in some pots. Get them to sprout up, and then we're gonna put them in some places. Maybe sell a couple at the farmer's market, depending on how it goes. I'm trying to count these nodes up to see. I'm gonna split this. That's 4. This one looks kind of weak. All right. Executive decision. Bam, bam. We're gonna put a little homie here. Plant this ginger. Bam. Straight the pot. Press down a little bit. Handful of soil. We give it what I call a blue cup. Blue cup. Light little firm at the top. Create a little lip. Down your belly. One more again. Last 2. Yep, we're gonna plant these sideways. Lay on your side. This one we're gonna plant point upward. Because it has like 1 to 2 nodes and they both kind of right up in here. So we're gonna kind of give this one a little almost vertical. We're gonna give this one a blue cup as well. Oh yeah, big. Oh yeah, big. Oh yeah, big. All right, and that is all the ginger that we have. And what's next is to water these little homies. We're gonna water these in. We'll walk the garden next because I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have a whole lot planned. And I took my pruners apart to clean them. They were all sticky. I say sticky, they ain't want to turn. So probably a combination of rust and grime and stuff. So I took them apart, set a couple of little rusted metal pieces in some vinegar. And I'm gonna have to put that back together today. I called myself sharpening the blade. How'd it turn out? We had to see when I use it, bro. Like, I didn't look up no videos on how to sharpen tools. I kind of just, the blade didn't feel that bad. So all I did was kind of just put it on a honing stone and kind of just, at the right angle, say the right angle, at the angle I thought it was currently at. But we're going to see. And like I said, I am going to give these a firm down. 1, it helps me create that lip. And 2, this is OCD. When I use the water hose or whatever I decide to water with, pressing down the top kind of firms the top, so when the water hits the soil, it doesn't want to splash everywhere as much as just cover the top and then soak down. Now, is that scientific? Works well for me. That's all I can say. All right. It's quite a few pots. What do I want to? I'm trying to see how I want to tackle this. 1, I didn't bring water with me. 2, we have rainwater on the patio, so I would rather use the rainwater as opposed to the city water. 3, I ain't bring a way to transport these things. These and there. But that's cool. Worst case scenario, I just gotta walk down here with a bucket of water. Y'all still. Yeah, I ain't trying to get my feet on that, but people pay for that for some reason. Uh-oh. Need some more soil. Oh man, I pushed that thing way over there. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this because it was gonna fall way more than I thought once I put water on it. Yeah. Oh. See, that's them birds out here. That was my grandma talking to me, and she was like, more soil, son. She ain't never grew ginger, so, you know, things you know. I wish I was in the garden when I was a kid and spending that time with my grandparents, or my grandmother mostly. Because I was out there, but I ain't, you know, they were at the age, and I was at the age where they were out there working. They ain't, they ain't teaching nobody else how to do nothing. My mom would come down and help. I could be out there trying not to be in the way. Because it's cool when you're a kid in the Delta. You can be out there, but as soon as you get in the way, all they're going to see you go do some kid stuff. That's like the rite of passage of a child growing up in the Delta. I'm my 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? When you get a chance to sit in with the grown people, where it's the grown folk table as we call them, you just spend a lot of time just looking, listening. Like, oh, this is what y'all be talking about up here. Thinking I'm missing something. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Y'all talking about grown folks stuff. I'm missing on my child. I'm missing my grandparents of like, honestly. Sure. Guess we gonna have to talk, Grandma and Grandpa. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, when doing this, lets me know that I put enough soil in, because I thought I had enough soil in all of these, and as I started to press it down, which is the same thing the water would have done, when you once you wet it, it gets heavy, right? So then the pockets of air that's collected in the soil get gravity, make sure they kind of get compressed. Tapping it after it gets wet kind of help pressing it too. But it also let me know how the soil is going to settle in this pipe. That I put enough to actually cover the skin. A couple of these I did more. All right, 2 more, and we can get to watering these things. Now honestly, they're gonna get a little top water, but I really like the bottom water. You know what? I might have too many, but I see a 10-20 tray, a seeding tray up there. So we're gonna put these in a seeding tray, and we're gonna water that way. Now, as I'm thinking about it, I might mix up a natural farming, some natural farming input, or what I call, or what they call, a seed soak solution. That'll be the inputs that you will mix up before you plant. You soak your seeds in it. I could have done this ginger like that. Could have mixed up the solution, let the ginger sit in there for like a day to absorb the moisture, then plant it. But that just means I need to go grab all the stuff out the pantry and mix this stuff up. And I don't really need but like a gallon. Do I want to do that? I really don't. I really don't. It's separate inputs, so you have to mix them all individually. So I need a way to store them collectively. Oh, this tray got a hole in it. Good, got a hole in it. It's not going to hold water. Is that the only hole? That is the only hole. So what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna hit this with some hot glue later. Yup. So we're gonna put this in here. I'm gonna water from the top, not expecting it to hold water. Of course, put a hole in it, right? But later on, we'll put this. I use some hot glue. Can't give an 8 in here. How many did we end up having? 8, 10, 12, and 4 is 16. So we ended up with 16 total. Cool beans. All right. Uh, Stomach is right. Probably should have tried to eat some. I didn't eat this early. Ain't point to do lying. Oh, I didn't eat last night. Trash. Just gonna say, cause usually I don't usually get hungry to like 10 or 12. Stomach grab. I ate early, like 2. All right. All right. I'm up here just trying to wonder. Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab some water. Be back, y'all. You know what? I done had y'all sitting there for a while. Let's put y'all in the can't leave out to have y'all bounce around. Flipper, ripper, get out my face. I had y'all sitting around for a minute. Let's go do this right here. Oh man, I finally got some quotes on getting them trees removed. The one tree that's leaning and the other total of 14, 13, 14, 15 trees that need to be removed. Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to sell a kitty. But the tease, what the tease? Be like, what was old boy like Rocket 3? Dolph Lundgren's character, that Russian. If he dies, he dies. Oh, man, movies in the 80s, baby. Gotta love them. You'll get canceled for saying that now. All right. That should be enough water. Y'all see the weird stuff I do? I put my slides on when I walk on other stuff except the ground. People call it the grounding, I guess. I will tell you this, though. I have had ankle problems since a kid from, sports. When I say a kid, I started playing sports in the 7th grade, so I started having ankle problems then. I didn't play sports as a senior because of ankle issues. Played all them years, no sports as a senior. Because I was like, I ain't trying to play no ball in college and I don't want to have no surgery. So, flipper ripper. Oh yeah, so weak ankles. But since I've been walking barefoot through the garden, it's been a few months. I can say that my ankles used to hurt when it rained. Like when it's about to rain, my ankles start hurting. I was taking omega-3s, fish oil, turmeric, curcumin, and any other type of anti-inflammatory that I can take. You know what I'm saying? Just to help with joints in general. And I also noticed that it was removing pain. I didn't have pain as bad when it rained. I started grounding, not with no intentions other than just see what happens. I like walking outside in the grass. The clover in the backyard feels amazing, especially when it's cool. But then I noticed one day it rained, storm, and my ankle didn't start hurting. So that's all I can say. Does it work? I don't know. I can tell you my ankles don't hurt no more when it rains. That's all I can say. And I also don't even take fish oil anymore. I still take turmeric curcumin because of its anti-inflammatory. Just in case it was helping with any other type of inflammatory issues, I was taking it. And I also had rotator cuff surgery about 2 years ago. My shoulder still hurts. Now, when I say it hurts, it's not like every day I'm like, oh, my shoulder hurts. But if I touch a spot, that spot is always sore. If you press it, it's always sore. Moving around, doing life, don't even notice it. But if I press it, yeah, it's sore every day. Get off mosquito. And I still hadn't gotten the flexibility back yet. That's gonna come. It's not gonna come by itself. Can't be just crazy and think one day I'm gonna become flexible like I was. I didn't cut my arm open. So you really cut it open, just make some decisions and do some work on it. Alright, give me these little babies watered in. Now, even though I did not mix up any seed soap solution or SES, um, don't mean I won't. I just didn't right now because they're gonna be in pots, these pots for a while. Like I said, I don't even know how long it's gonna be before they start to grow. If they start to grow, we're gonna speak positively and say they are going to grow. Truth of the matter is, I don't really know. This is a throw it in the ground and see what happens type of thing, baby. Learn through trial and error. Alright? As old people say, fault sense and told sense. In this situation, you know what I'm saying? The told sense will help, but the fault sense is priceless when it comes to pride. Let's get out here and do it. You go, you think you? I really have this young person so that you can be a professional. You using a master guard so that no, I'm not. Never claimed to be a professional either. I want to tell you about my experience based on the things that I've done. Not a professional at this. How am I gonna be a professional at this and I don't do this for a living? I just like to share information because I mean I feel like you know what I'm saying that's one of the ways we as a society can get out of the issues that we have is the willingness to share information, the love that we have for the fellow man. Just want to see everybody do well. Because once you remove me, a whole lot of other negative stuff goes away. In my opinion, one of the best ways to ever remove me is to help people. We all living on this same blue dot. 8 billion. Y'all want the same thing. Peace and money. Peace and resources. Ain't necessarily money. Because once you start to realize that, you know what I'm saying, color is a man-made construct, in my opinion, right? Most of us are spiritual, go to church or mosque or, religious in some capacity, spiritual in some capacity. So in my opinion, I think you understand the fact that our bodies are just vessels holding a spirit. Mine just happen to be this color brown. Yours just happen to be the color off-white, gray, yellow, blue, purple, whatever. I'm not a color. I'm a spirit living in a vessel, so I ain't got to no more. That's just how I look at it. I mean, because if kids can play with each other regardless of color, and they supposed to be the dumb ones, they don't know nothing. How us geniuses getting it wrong? Stop it. How us smart people getting it wrong? Anyway, that's enough of that. All right, we about done with this. What we looking at on time? We got a few more minutes. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna just walk the garden. I treated the garden yesterday with some baking soda, water, and black soap to treat for powdery mildew. I did that yesterday on stream. It rained. Yay! After I streamed. Sometime after I streamed. So I did it again last night before the sun went down. Sprayed them one more again. Same thing. We're just gonna keep an eye on them now. We're gonna watch them, see how they do. If it rains again, we will treat again. I don't like to treat. I mean, first of all, I'm a natural farmer, so we don't use chemicals. So being preventive is probably your best bet. Uh, but also that means I have to spray the garden. So I was trying to wait till the rain moved through before I kind of just started back with my spraying regimen because I hadn't really treated the garden with any type of nutritive inputs either because I spray those and it's been raining. So I've been like, it's gonna wash it off. But at this point with so much rain, I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I have to. If it rains, I have to put it on. If it rains, I just have to do it again. I got 2 birds over there fighting. 2 robins. Look like robins. My bad. Got distracted by birds. Okay, those are watered. We're gonna move them gents in. Got my tight kangaroo thing on. Alright. Let's get this. Do I wanna flip? Oh, get out my face! Flipper ripper. I'm gonna hold this because if I put it on the stand, y'all gonna get all sideways because I'm gonna be okra we got from a farm in Ludlow.
This is, yeah, I'm not going to, in Kruma, this is N silent, Kruma Toten, Kruma Tintin, Kruma Tintin. It says it's called tree okra because it gets tall. We're going to see. Then we have, that's a watermelon, I think. Yeah, watermelon growing in here. Some tomatoes. This stuff coming from our compost. We cold compost. We just pile that stuff up and it's going to be sitting there for a year. You know what I'm saying? Like the little bin, we'll probably harvest in like January, February. The next one will probably be the next quarter over. And then we're going to get 2 more. And them little bitty bags, they're going to get used pretty soon. I need compost. So we're going to peel for the compost from, can you see that little blue top? It's a bucket. It's a worm tile in that bed. It's another one in that bed. We're going to take the compost out of those. And then we'll refill the material. I'm always trying to make compost. Always. Okay. So far, a few little powdery mildew spots. Like that little white spot right there. That's powdery mildew. That's powdery mildew. The trick with the baking soda, hopefully, is to throw off the pH. Raise the pH because baking soda is basic. And the pH is out of the range in which this stuff wants to grow. That's the plan. But we're going to see. We're going to keep treating it. See, it's a little bit worse over here. And this is what happens in the south when you get rain off and on for 2 weeks. It's humid. It's muggy. Certain plants are known to be susceptible to powdery mildew, squash, zucchini. Found out that bergamot is as well. What else? I think peppers can be, but we just started growing the peppers. They ain't been in the ground that long. But yeah. And so anytime I cut off the leaves of anything with disease, fungus, or anything, I take them over to the burn pile and we burn those. We don't compost things that are diseased because we definitely don't hot compost, so it's definitely not gonna kill it. Like when I buy hot compost, we don't turn on our compost and then it doesn't come to temperature. That just requires work. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about that. Set it and forget it. But do we have? Oh, so I need to come. You know what? I got my baby pruners. Do I got my baby pruners with me? No. Do I? I don't. Oh, you suck, bro. I know I have my baby pruners. I do have pruners though. It's not the ones I'm looking for. Let's try these. Let's try these. Hey, my confidence though. We gonna trace this one down. And they usually go, honestly, it's usually the bottom ones. Because as they get older, the leaves get older, right? And so they have less vitality. Let's see if we can get this. Get you pulled. Ah! Stuck. Like really stuck. Alright, now that leaf, yeah, it has some powdery mildew on it. So we're gonna throw that in the burn pile. We're not even gonna try to compost that one. Alright. But I see an open male flower. Are there any females on here? Oh, we do. We got some zucchini on here. My zucchini don't never just like put off like the squash do. They go 2 of them right. And we have one here, which I hope it got pollinated. Put that down so the bees can find it. And here we're growing more powdery mildew than anything else. Now there was squash right here. They died. They, squash vine boy. And so we replaced them with okra, and marigold. This right here is Malabar spinach. And we have some chives. First thing I eat is an onion chive, really. So guess what my breath gonna smell like. We got some grapes that we propagated from the grapes out there in the outer rim. Actually, I'm surprised at how well they're doing. I'm gonna be for real, because as you can see, the sun comes up over in this area, so it tracks overhead, and it sets back there. So in the evening, this fence casts shade. I didn't think it was gonna grow that well. So far, so good though. This is the second year that they're growing, so I'm expecting to get berries possibly next year. So they're growing like, yeah, these are gonna be like cordons. We're gonna clip it. I'm not gonna clip the end. This one I'm gonna let grow to the fence if it'll get that long to the corner. This one here is about as long as I want it to be. Probably end up clipping this because we have another neighbor, and I want that neighbor to get halfway. And I need to put a post right there and fix this because it'll provide some support. Same thing. Go left, go right. Oh, you got some growth on it. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. Yes, yes, Daddy is. Yeah. Same thing there. All right, focus. A few more squash. Oh, wait. This is a green. This zucchini that's getting kind of big. Can you see? Yeah. Two of them going on there. Cool. This should be another zucchini. I don't know if it has. We do know what it does have. Squash fine board damage. Look at that. Made the stem split. But the plant ain't dying yet. It's kind of weird. Oh, we do have some little ones at the bottom. We got. If you ever want to know what a young zucchini looks like, if I don't knock this off, that's what it looks like right there. That's before the flower even opens. And here goes some dead ones. A couple of them that didn't make it. That's not that great a pick without me pointing at it. That right there didn't make it. That one right there probably will. All right. Oregano. This is Reagan, one of Reagan kids. Oregano came from right there. It's time to harvest her as well. I harvested mint yesterday. I'm almost through processing all the mint. I think the only mint that I have left, we're gonna make a peppermint tincture and probably some peppermint oil out of it. So then it'll be time to harvest the oregano. And with the oregano, we just gonna dry it and grind it up and put it in the pantry. It's time to harvest this bergamot. We're gonna consolidate it back to a square foot. And with this, what I do is harvest this, and we're gonna use this to make what we call Reaper's Bugberry. It's a natural insecticide that we use in the garden. I hate to call it an insecticide. It ain't the truest form for it, because it ain't really gonna kill much of anything. It's more preventive than anything. Now this is the ginger. The ginger's growing well. We still got new shoots coming up. And then that was the latest little new shoot. And we got the OGs hanging in there. Echinacea, some cosmos. I need to plant more flowers. So we got more flowers up there on the property, on the sunning station. Need to plant some more flowers. This is some patchouli. See that purple cornflower? Echinacea. Clary sage. I need to harvest this as well. All these holes, slugs and snails, baby. Slugs and snails. I mean, if it touch the ground, they gonna eat it. Like, just be for real. They only eat dead stuff. Yeah, that's a lot. They eat soft stuff. Get it right. Don't get it twisted. I lost so many strawberries this year to slugs and snails, as opposed to the birds. Because if it touch the ground, they gonna eat it. See that? Them holes come from slugs. Lavender. First time we keep lavender alive this long. Callaloo. This is Joe Pye weed. I'm not sure what this is. Queen picked this up. She said, she wanted to plant it, she liked it, she wanted to try it out. I said, cool, don't care. Let's go. Let's do it. Morning glory. Planted them 1 year, and they've been here since. Morning glory. Don't like them. I mean, if you got a fence you need covering, bro, get you some morning glories. You don't have to plant them once. They will self-seed themselves. And when the weather gets above about 70 degrees, they will start growing. All right, this is a grape. Didn't try to plant grapes in this bed, just like I didn't try to plant grapes into nothing. I was just threw sticks in here. Thought they were dead sticks from me pruning the grapes. And it said, no, we're alive. So what I'm gonna probably do is take one of them concrete reinforcement meshes on this fence. It's two of them. And make like a little, I guess a trellis or archway. It won't really be an arch. It's gonna be just a little to get that grape somewhere to grow. All right, and this is the spot we're going to put the ginger. So I've already kind of segmented it out. Let the strawberries grow. Oh my God, look at all these. These morning glories. We're finna go add this to the compost. We're gonna add some compostable material, baby. I want to be mad, but I put it here in my ignorance. I didn't know. I didn't know. But we're gonna put the ginger here.
Probably gonna add some more soil. But yeah, we'll eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna pull up the strawberries or just plant at the other end and work my way toward the strawberries. But the strawberries are starting to put off runners. These are all the strawberries we have left. I guess it means I don't know if I want to start making some more or not. I was trying to figure out how to propagate strawberries, and I messed around and found I say a trick. I found something that worked to the point to where I hadn't produced any more new strawberries, and this is like year 2. Oh, holy basil. That's holy basil or tulsi. Some tomatoes that comes from the compost. We grew holy basil in this bed last year, and so when we composted it, the seeds, boss, the seeds. Oh, we call this the propagation, no, the sunning station. Once we grow it and need some sun, this spot here gets a decent amount of sun, comparatively speaking, based on the sun we get in this yard. All right, showed you guys the beets. We finally got a few beets popping. Planted beets way late, but we planted beets. We also planted beets in those beds too, so we're gonna see what pops in that bed, and we're gonna see what pops up. Peppers, the 2 in the front are cayenne, the 2 in the back are what they say, Anaheim, poblano, tam jalapeno, serrano. All of these are rainbow bell peppers. You know, I wanted to split these. I wanted to cut the tops off of them so they'll fork, but then as I watched the plant, it naturally wants to fork on its own. Yeah, it forked right here. Then went left, went right. Now it also grew a pepper right there. I popped that pepper off, and I'm also seeing that it's growing like suckers like a tomato from the internode, the crutch of the internode, right up in there by my thumb. So I think I'm gonna pop this off at some point and put it in. I would say some water, but a humid place, kind of like underneath that aquarium, to see if we can get this to grow like a tomato. Be a way to propagate plants. Can you imagine if I only planted 3 plants and ended up with 15? Or 3 plants and ended up with 10 because of the suckers? I also plan on pulling off all the leaves, stems underneath where they split on all of them. So this is where the peppermint lived. Wait, this is where it lives. Let me stop tripping. I cut it back down to the ground. I treat it like grass. It'll be back. It ain't going nowhere. So it'll give my plants a little time to breathe because it was up pretty tall. You know what I'm saying? It was up, pretty high, good foot and a half. And this is a lettuce that we just kind of stuck in the ground. We got this from somebody in Ludlow too. I think this is a Mary Queen. You know what I'm saying? Mary Queen. Yep, Mary Queen lettuce. Pretty good. It's going to seed too. That's why it's stretching. Now, these squash. This is a lemon squash, which we hadn't seen a squash from this thing. Now these were the last 2 planted too. These were the last 2 squash planted in the entire garden. And then this is another kind of zucchini, a BB Black Beauty. I think it's a Black Beauty zucchini. This is the propagation station. As the name implies, this is where we propagate stuff. This is where we put stuff to where it needs some sun, but not a whole lot. We can drop the shade cloth. The shade cloth is 50%. We also had some cheap shower liners to kind of help with humidity, to kind of keep the humidity up. Got them from the dollar store. Cheap little method. It works fairly well. This is kind of what we have here. Some basils, some lemongrass. Oh, I hope the borage do well. Borage has these purple flowers that taste just like cucumbers. Bro, they so good. And some snake plants. What's that in the back? Sweet Italian basil in the back. Oh, the very back is a pineapple sage clone. Took 2 cuttings from some pineapple sage we have up front, and these look like they have rooted. Yay! It has a pineapple smell. Shasta daisies, spider plants. This is lemon balm. Whew. Lemon pledge, baby, lemon balm. Oregano. Now these are some grapes. Some grape cuttings that I stuck in here. The first set pretty much died. I mean, I'm always about propagating, and I'm always about the least effort when it comes to propagating. What can I do the least? These are some blackberries and some mulberries on the end. The blackberries didn't like it. I stuck them up under here,
Even without sun, they just like, no dice, sir. Nah, we don't like this. I don't know what they don't like about it, but they don't like it. At the same time, I'm in the pouch. At the same time, I put these out here and stuck these under this aquarium to create a humidity dome situation. And look, these are not dead. So what does that tell me? You can try to propagate blackberries, mulberries, in what's called an off season, because normally these things you want to propagate in the winter. But how am I gonna propagate them in the winter and have them to sell by the spring? It take a while to grow. So my thing is, just do it anytime and just be able to control the environment to get the results that you're looking for. So I'm hoping these survive. They're looking pretty good, especially this mulberry, bro. This thing is looking hot. Sexy mama. The zoom out. Why am I? Sexy mama. But then these are looking fine. This one doesn't have leaves on it, but it has some growth at the little node points. So we gonna see. They don't feel like they need water. So what I'm gonna do is try to scale this up. I'm not gonna get a bigger aquarium. I'm gonna try to get um, Rubbermaid plastic. Try to get some plastic that's kind of tall. Try to fill the bottom with, like, sand or a good draining mixture, and then be able to close the top and keep the humidity in that thing. That's the plan. You know what? Since I'm over here, let's go ahead and add this stuff to this worm towel. Get up, squat down. Ooh. Surprised y'all don't hear my knees popping when I do that. Sound like fireworks. Look at it, look at it. Somebody come look at it. Can y'all look in there? It's too dark, too dark, too dark. Look at, let's get this out of there. Look at this. Whoa, don't fall down. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look how good that is. And what that is just plant material. It's soil now. All it started out was dead material. Leaves, plants. You know what I'm saying? What was growing in this bed mostly? Definitely got put in here. Bro, I get sick of this, having to buy these lids. Because I poke holes in them. Because they going to go bad. You know what I'm saying? Sun going to get to them, make them weak. But I hate having to spend $2, $3 for a lid, bro. Why does the lid not come with the bucket? Tomatoes. This tomato's one of the youngest ones we put out here. It's still growing. Now this tomato we got from Ludlow. This is a heirloom cherry tomato. What's the name of it again? Ooh. Ooh. Boy, I can't make this out no more. Chadwick cherry. Yeah, it's a Chadwick cherry. It's an heirloom. So we got a few little maters popping up at the bottom down here. A few little somethings. Now with my tomatoes, once the tomato starts to set fruit, any leaves, anything below that fruit set, I remove. And this year I'm trying a method of healing up the soil around the plant. Why? I don't know. Saw somebody else on YouTube who gardens, farms, say they tried it. Makes sense. I mean, tomatoes do grow roots along the whole stem if it's in contact with the ground. So give it a better anchor point, more places to grab nutrients from. All right. Got some more grapes growing in here. Nothing. Same thing happened. Put some sticks in here trying to compost them. They decide they want to grow. And so now I'm going to come up with a plan of putting a post in this bed up to about 6 feet, cross member, and taking the other panel and connecting it to this fence. Trying to create an archway for grapes to grow. All right. We don't have any squash to pick, though. Haven't seen any squash to pick. I don't think you guys have either. See a bunch of powdery mildew. Oh, and growing these squash vertically is the ish, bruh. Like, yes. Does it stop the squash vine board? Nah, not in my experience. But planting early seems to work with those. We planted in March, and we were ready to lose some to the weather. We had some backups. It didn't get cold again, so we got squash early. Like, our squash is playing out. Like, we've harvested a good bit. Sold some at the market, still have some. I don't really know a lot of people who eat squash and zucchini to give it away. And I don't want to just give it. I don't want people to take my food trying to be nice and throw it away. Like, I don't, that's not being nice. I would rather for you to tell me I don't really like that stuff. I can deal with that. All right, but yeah, growing them vertically just saves so much space.
because they spread out 3 or 4 feet when you let them lay on the ground. And we got some banana mint that's going to flower. I promise you, this banana mint tastes like uh, banana now and later from when I was a kid. All right, that's the garden area. Let's go walk out to the outer rim and see what's up. See if Miss Ducky is out here. And we're gonna get ready to call this stream. What else am I gonna do today? Bro, we had a branch fall. Yeah, can't complain until we get these trees gone, bro. Need to go and get them gone before they fall and break something I want, like my trellis, or my blackberries, or my blueberries. Really, the blueberries, blackberries will grow back. Hey, Miss Ducky. I don't think y'all can see Miss Ducky. Let me see if we can zoom in on Miss Ducky. Hey, oh, can you see? Y'all see her head? Can y'all see it? I mean, I see it, but I know what I'm looking for. Can y'all though? She like, my finger gonna mess all this up, bro. Right above my finger. If I tap the screen. I don't want to make you fly away, Miss Ducky. Feed me the squash. Alright then, Joker. Say less, bro. Say less. I tell you what, I don't know what my truck gonna be at today. If the queen gonna have it or not, bro. If you ain't got nothing going on, we can meet up. I can give you some squash. I can give you a lemon tree too if you're ready for it. Uh, but yeah, I don't want it to go bad. And we're gonna eat what we can. I'm probably gonna even try to pickle some, just because we have an abundance of it, and I don't know what else to do with it. And I do like pickled things. I don't know what pickle squash would taste like. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, it's a whole nother big branch up there. That's just, no complaints, all right? Because it could have fallen on the trellis. I don't know if I can get this out of here. Let go. Let's go walk this back up. You know what? It's probably give it a couple more days. We'll probably a couple more days. Today seemed like a good day to start a fire. The wind is low. The wind is like no, not low. It's just no wind right now. But at the same time, we just had rain yesterday. So the stuff on top is probably dry. The stuff at the bottom is probably wet. Wet wood is going to smoke more than burn. I don't really want to make all that smoke. You get the fire hot enough, the smoke kind of goes away. And I'm starting to see a bunch of runners on the strawberries. So I need to go ahead and start making a decision. Some little lines. Making a decision about, do I want to propagate more strawberries? And since we out here in the bushes, the trees decide they want to take out the berries, we're going to go ahead and eat a little break fast. See what's ready. Oh boy, these red ones going to be so tart. These black ones though, they're going to be good. That was kind of tart. Ooh, that was really tart. Like, if I'm eating am I supposed to be eating on the camera? Like, is that like the thing? I see people talk about food and they always flip the camera around and eat it and make the face like, so good. Does anybody else wonder if they actually telling the truth or they just lying because it's their product, whatever? I wonder those things. But I'm gonna be straight up with you. That one's more tart than sweet. But then again, I've kind of learned that with the blackberry, they're really shiny and they're tartish. Once they start to lose that shine, they become sweet. And see, these are all shiny. These are all on the tart side. Not saying that they're not good, but if you don't want a tart blackberry, I'll leave them alone for a minute. Now these red ones, I'm probably really not gonna eat. Yes I am, because I've never eaten one. I was trying to see if that was aphids. Am I eating aphids when I do this? Gotta get my protein in too. Ugh, yeah. The red ones is just bitter, just tart, no sweet. I mean, that's what I expected, honestly. They be lying.
You ain't lying. They be lying. Now I'm pretty sure they be lying. Cause I'm just like, bro, I eat stuff out my garden all the time, and everything I put in my face is not good. It is not. Like I eat the leaves on most stuff. You know what I'm saying? Leaves taste like leaves for the most part. And hell, whoa, it's a big one. Oh man, and it's just rolling around in the bag. It's ready, ready. To that big one. You ready, ready, ready. When they fall off, and that doesn't necessarily mean that tree fell in this area. A branch. This one is shiny still. So I would expect this to be starting to get sweet. Let's see. Mm. That was sweeter than I thought. Yeah, it was shiny, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, focus. Dang, man, look, the sticks fall on the ground and they leave you little nubs. I'm not even gonna be able to get that out the ground no more. That's what happened when the stick falls in the ground. Like that's in there. I'm gonna have to dig that out. If not, I'm gonna constantly keep stepping on it. Cause I don't watch where I step at out here. I step on pine cones all the time. Blueberries. Now these are a different type of strawberry. Um, one, how do I know that? We tried to plant some alpine strawberries from seed. They never did anything. And then two, our current strawberries, I think they're everbearing. They have flowers on them now, and they already have fruit on them. These have been growing runners since the early spring, so they have to be a different kind. And so that's what I've been doing. Is as they grow runners, I've been just taking the runner. Like this is a perfect example. I take the runner. I'm also looking for empty spaces. Like this one has a runner that went here, that went there, and it seemed to have stopped right there. So this one, we are going, we're gonna put it right here. It wanted to land right there, so we just gonna leave it right here. And all I'm gonna do is put it on the soil, and we're gonna just put this right there. Bam. But what are you doing? That's how you deal with a runner. The runner was gonna put roots out, connect itself to the ground. It's gonna take root. Done did it. So that's what I've done with this one. I've let it hop off several times. And the grass is just, before I mulch this area really well, I kind of want to get the strawberries established. Because it's going to get covered with leaves like everything else. All right. Oh, and these are my blueberries. I bought these this year. The one on the left we're looking at is a sunshine blue. Yeah, sunshine blue. And I think it's growing a new little, what's the word? Sucker. That's how blueberries get down. They grow new shoots from the ground to replace the old. I don't think they call them shoots. I think they call them canes. And this is a pink lemonade. We actually got a few pink ones. I tried to propagate this one too. I think one survived, but don't worry about it. We're gonna get better at it next year. And we're gonna also put blueberries there next year. I already have pine bark trying to decompose and make make that area acidic. Oh, I need to treat this. I need to treat both of these with soil acidifier. Try to keep the pH low. No strawberries, no blueberries. Avocados, they hanging in there. Mulberries looking good. We ain't seen no mulberries, but I'm gonna do some propagation, some cutting on this one here. I mean, I want a tree shape. Like I don't want all this separate growth coming out the ground or coming from the base. I want it to look like a tree and then branch out. So, am I gonna kill this tree from doing this? Hopefully not. Possibly though. But I'm gonna just start air layering some of these side shoots to get rid of them because honestly, all this I want gone except for this main stalk. So that's this in the middle, this here, and this one in the back. That's the only things I want to keep. Rest on, I'm gonna try turning into new little trees. One of Lucy's kids, Lucy lemon tree, one of her kids, hanging in there. Leaves getting eaten up. It's that time of year. What is that butterfly? Swallowtail. Butterflies lay their larvae, lay their eggs, and their larvae eat the leaves. Man, them things are ugly. They don't even look like they ugly. Wish I could just see one. I don't see one. I saw them small, honestly. I'm surprised they ain't gotten bigger, so the birds must have been pomegranates. I don't know if I'm gonna get some pomegranates though. More figs, and more figs. This is a Beer's black fig. Hadn't started putting off figs just yet. It's been growing well, kind of light brown, so it's probably time. You know what? It is time to, at least once a month, you need to feed your garden, right? Compost, blood meal, bone meal, some fertilizer, whatever it is you use. This one here had figs on it, but they kind of been falling off here and then. There goes the little one. There's one right there. Not really expecting figs from this one this year, for real, for real. Oh, I didn't kill a tea tree. I put this tea tree in a self-irrigating pot, and bro, all this died. I thought I cute it. I thought I didn't like it, but then I see new growth. Wait, y'all can't see the new growth because we too far out. Yeah, we see some new growth starting to happen now. So I'm just gonna be patient. We got the olive, got another olive, and hibiscus. Yeah, tropical hibiscus. We only had one flower on this one this year, and it folded off. It fell off. Got the Cadota fig. This is a green fig when it's ready. We got one fig on it. I was not expecting any figs on this one. So we're gonna wait and see. This is a white Marseille. White Marseille. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Same thing with this one. They got this one from the Queen's Mom, from Granny, from G Ranny. I need to put that in a bigger pot as well. And take a bunch of cuttings off of it to clean this up. This is atrocious. I hope this one, they the same kind, supposedly. I got some questions. The leaves don't look exactly the same. But what else, right? But is this one supposed to grow? Is this one gonna grow all scraggly like this one? Or once I propagate these, are they gonna grow like this? But one thing I don't like is how vertical this thing is growing. Like it's vertical. I need this branch to lay down a little bit. The angle is too steep. Like I want to keep it, but I need it to be like right here. That's like a good angle. Either way it go, I think I'm gonna tie it down to help create this angle. But I'm also gonna cut the top off this plant. I'm not gonna cut the top off of it. I'm gonna propagate. I'm gonna put an air layer right here to turn into another tree. Then this stem here, branch here should grow out and it'll open up the center. Don't want the center open. I mean, I want the center open. Same thing with this one. Like the way this is growing, this growth in the middle. So I'm probably gonna try to put 2 air layers on, one here, one there. It'll be after this fig is gone. And then I cut it down here. So that way this will open up the center part here. And we got a branch that's going out that way, this way, that way. So that way I can open up the center. I want to try to make it to where I can walk in here and it's stuff around me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff around me. I can just step in the center and harvest. That's the goal. All right, pineapples. I'm about to give up on these pineapples. They take too long. I don't think I get enough sun. Cause some of these are going on 3 or 4 years old. They don't look like they try to do anything but take up space. So I think I might just say, you know what? Good try, good shot. Try it again later when I actually have somewhere that gets 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. For real, for real. But these berries though, can't keep up with them. The berries are looking great. Great. Sunflowers though, I'm such a kid. I'm such a kid. Sunflowers, they pretty, and with a little bitty tiny bees. They pretty. Can y'all see all them little bitty bees in there? These little tiny gents. Let's get it close. What's full of them? They like it. Oh yeah, hanging out now. All right. Now I'm looking for some with color. We planted a bunch of different kinds. Each one of these tags represent a different type of sunflower that we grew last year. Did all of them make it? Nah. I combined all the seed, but we grew a lot of different varieties. And when I planted, I just reached in the bag, grabbed all different kinds of seed, and tossed them out. But I'm looking for color. We had some called Evening Sun that was like a red color. I hadn't seen them just yet. I hadn't seen them. We had some dwarfs. So like, I don't think like that one. I don't think falling over. I think that's a dwarf. A lot of them I kind of think dwarfs. They just fell over and started back growing again. That's a pretty color. That's the one I took. That's the one that was on the Instagram. That was on the gram. And these multi-headed gens. My bad, B. Don't sting me. I know you working. I don't mean to be bothering you while you working, B. That's pretty. Wait. I got y'all so close. Zoom out, man. My bad. Y'all cameraman suck. That's pretty. That's pretty. Another one of Lucy Kids. Hey, Lucy Kids. All these leaves doing some Tito. Oh, amazing. All right, we're gonna have to kill this. That bug. I keep forgetting this leaf-footed bug. I think them little orange bugs are leaf-footed bug nymphs. I don't know what they do to the sunflowers. I just know they love being on the sunflower heads when the seeds about ready. I'm not sure what they do to them, but they are looking good. That's a big head back there. Another one of Lucy Kids. Joker. This is Joker's baby right here. I cut the top off Joker plant. I air layered it. Made two new trees. I'm like 1.5. One tree is looking good. The other tree lost its leaves, but it's still green. So it'll probably hang it there. Yeah, this is where stuff dies. I found some more seeds that I had separated. Don't know why. I need to put them in the ground and grow them and see what they look like too. Now this one here I'm expecting to be something different because the stems are purple. They don't look the same. So I want to know what this one gonna look like. It has a head forming, so I guess we'll see in a couple of weeks. And I don't really do much. I spray these. I mean, I treat them like when I treat everything else in the garden. I don't, nothing else special. Man, look how tall. Look, somebody come look at that. Look how tall that thing is. Can I? Let's take this off. Flip this thing around so y'all can get some perspective. Some perspective. I am, whoa, this thing's so close. Can I zoom out on this too? Oh, I can zoom in and out. Ooh, extreme closer. Stop it. That's what happens when you don't get enough sleep. I am 5'7". That fence is 6 feet tall. So I'm kind of on a hill because it's going down behind me. It slopes. In front of me is higher. Behind me is lower. So, and the fence is leaning. It's not straight. But this is a 6-foot fence. And look at how tall that thing is. I could just break out a tape measure and measure that thing. But that is tall. Flip a ripper. That thing is tall. I wonder how big the head gonna be. Ooh. So yeah, probably at the market we're gonna probably start selling some sunflowers. They pretty. Somebody buy them probably. And then as some of the heads get, oh my God, I didn't realize that head was open. Look how big that, oh man. Look how tall that is. Look how big it is. Look how pretty that is. Oh yeah, big. Oh yeah, big. But yeah, we're gonna probably start selling some sunflowers. And as the heads get ready, bring the heads up there. Maybe somebody want to buy some sunflower seed heads and they want to roast some sunflowers at home. I mean, that's kind of what I did. I roasted some and then I dried the. Oh, I see a real one. And I dried them and stored them. I grew them again, and I ate some of them. Like, I don't know what this is on my grape, bro. Any viticulturists out there that know? I think I want to say it's black spot, and it needs to be treated with a fungicide. I just need to find organic fungicide to use because I'm a natural farmer. We don't really use anything other than bone meal, blood meal. That we don't try to make or derive ourselves. But baking soda and water have not been working. I didn't really think it would. It was kind of a try. Just try it out and see what happened. And so I've been losing parts of my grapes. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm thankful because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. As you can see, that one I thought was dead. I cut it down and it grew back. This one did die, but a cut and I stuck in some water actually took root. And so I planted it. Yep, you should know how that worked. Oh, I see a red one though. We're gonna get around there and look at that red one. That's a nice looking one. And then y'all see that red one back in the back there? Let's get around there and see. I also think that one right there is gonna be the first one to be ready. The petals have already fallen off and the back of it is starting to turn yellow. Once the back of it turns yellow, brownish, whitish, whatever color, then that's when it's pretty much ready. Because we'll also know when the birds start to peck at it and the squirrels start to try to eat it. What is this? I don't know, but it ain't no bee. It flew off way too fast. The bees don't even be tripping like that. But yeah, as the sunflowers get ready, the heads start to droop. And then the backs start to change color. My bad, Mr. B. Don't sting me in the face for walking past you like that. I don't mean to be disrespecting you. Oh, we got a real one, baby. I'm so excited. I think that is the evening sun. He kind of lanky, probably because of what I just grew. Look at me, look at here. I didn't space this stuff out, bro. I didn't put no rows. I tilled this stuff out, raked it semi-flat, and just tossed out some seeds. I tried to make sure I had big seeds and little seeds in my hand. Just tossed them gents out. Had no clue what was gonna grow. Oh, but that's pretty. That's pretty. And this one here is pretty too. If I can get back here. Ooh, ouch. Pine cone, step on pine cone. Ooh, ah, ooh, wah, bam. That's a pretty one. I don't know what kind that is. There's no point in me lying. I only remember the names of a couple of them. Dwarf Sunspot, the Russian Mammoth, the Evening Sun. I think we might have had some American Giants. For whatever reason, I think I might be confusing that with like uh, Zinnia or something. No, Kings of California. Aphids. On the ends of the grape. They love to be on the ends of. But we're gonna, honestly, the best way to probably deal with these like this, honestly, is just I'm not doing this hard, just trying to get them off. Get them off slash kill them. All right. I think that's about it. Need to go. I haven't been on this stream for long enough. About an hour and a half, bro. Hour and a half. Yeah. I hate putting my face in the camera. Stop looking at me. Is this a dandelion? Huh. Look at it. I'm gonna have to hit this with the app. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a dandelion. Looks like some type of dandelion. Wood pepper. This ain't looking bad. They drove the doggone lawnmower through my bed, bro. I'm gonna have to find me a new yard guy. I'm probably gonna reach out to Panda and see what he got going on. Cause I can't deal with this. Like they ran over a bed that's totally. Like how do you know if I ain't grow something here? I'm growing something here or not. Just drive over my shit. Like that's upsetting. And then they cut down like 7 of my blackberries, bro. Like I don't even want to be ranting on here about that. I hate I even saw that now, but I saw it, so I'm gonna talk about it. Like I pulled the grass out from around these blackberries, like 7 of them here. And they straight cut it down. It was one growing right up in here. You see the stalk? He cutting up in there. Like this right here is upsetting because I pulled the grass out to make sure they were visible, and they were all like a 1.5 feet tall. I was getting ready to sell them at the market. I'll be damned if he didn't come through and cut them down to the ground, bro. That logic I don't even get. I mean, I don't even get it. If it was in the grass, surrounded by grass, I understand. But I totally made that look different than everything else around it. You still cut it. That I don't get. That I don't get. That's my rant. That's my rant on that. Cause I'm not finna. Cause I want to go off. And there's no point for what. I mean, it's really no real point in going off. Why? It's not gonna solve anything. And if I let them come back, they'll do it again if I ain't out here bathing. See you later, Miss Ducky. It's getting kind of warm now. I'm finna go make me some tea out of this peppermint. And I dried some lemon peel too. I'm gonna put some of that in there too and see what that tastes like. I'm walking out here because once I end the stream, I'm gonna grab these gingers and move. So where do I want to move? Excuse me. Where do I want to move these things to? Because for the time being, they just need heat and not sunlight until something breaks the soil. We're gonna move them to the garage. I mean, everything in there is about 80-something degrees. All right. All right. Is that everything? That's everything. That's everything. Kind of a long stream. We got 4 people watching me. What? I'm so famous. I'm so famous. I'm so goofy. I'm so goofy. All right, man. I appreciate everybody for showing up. I'll stream again tomorrow about the same time. Check Instagram and Facebook for messages on when I stream. I don't do it weekends. And And if I stream at a different time other than 7 in the morning, I'll probably drop it on Facebook and Instagram or the Discord if you're part of my Discord. Um, yeah. So with that being said, let me get up out of here, go get some hydration and some nourishment. So y'all know how this goes, right? Create more than you consume. You don't have to suck at this, cause I do. Y'all have a good one, all right? Peace.